Hello there, Kaola Innovators. Miss Ray-Budman here to welcome you to Semester B. Yay! If you are here for Semester A, congratulations on your completion of the first semester. And as of February the 1st, we all start at the beginning of Semester B. And hopefully it'll be a lot easier than the start of Semester A when we were all just trying to figure things out. So I have a few quick announcements here, a couple things I want to show you to make sure you get started on the right foot with Semester B. So there are a few things that are the same, and then we have a few things that are changing. So one thing that is the same is Odysseyware. We are still required to use Odysseyware, and we'll be using it as our lesson readings and questions. So you will still have to go into Odysseyware and read the reading lessons, answer the questions. You will still get only 3 chances to get those questions correct before it's graded. So please make sure you continue to go there to do your readings and questions and find your assignments. You will also still have to take the Odysseyware unit tests. So there will still be a test at the end of each unit that will be on Odysseyware with the questions that Odysseyware has created for that unit. So that will still remain the same. You will now find on Odysseyware, it'll have your projects and it'll say Google Classroom for your project. So it'll still be on Odysseyware, but when you open it up, it's going to have a link like you've already found for your first one, and it will send you to your Google Classroom where you will find your projects. So those will still be on Odysseyware. It'll just redirect you to Google Classroom. And Odysseyware is still going to be the place where all your grades will be posted. So you will still need to access Odysseyware for those things. In Semester B, what we're doing is adding to Odysseyware Google Classroom. So the Google site that your teachers have been using in Semester A is now being replaced. We will no longer use the site because now we're being allowed to open up the Google Classroom and enroll you that way. So in Google Classroom, you will find your pacing guide that I used to email to you and send as a post on the Google site. You will find office hours information. You will find announcements if I need to make an announcement for the class. You will find all the study guides, which I'll show you here momentarily. And you will find all of the resources and instructions to do the projects. The Odysseyware will have the project as an assignment, but it will redirect you to Google Classroom, which is where you'll find the information about the project. So we are now marrying Odysseyware and Google Classroom for Semester B. What it means is that there actually will be fewer assignments in Semester B than there were in Semester A. Most weeks, you will not have more than 3 or 4 assignments in either Odysseyware or Google Classroom as a combination of the two, because we were permitted to take some things out and replace them with a Google Classroom. So there are going to be fewer assignments. So hopefully that'll, for many of you, you did a great job in Semester A with 3 or 4 assignments. So that's kind of where we stayed. Another change for Semester B is office hours. Most of my time stayed the same from Semester A, but I did make a few minor changes to office hours. I've had some conversations with a few of you, as well as had conversations with other teachers and parents, and some students are really looking for opportunities to kind of be more social, see some friends or meet people that they don't even know are in Kaola, and just have time to chat like we would if we were in school. And so on Mondays and Thursdays, I'm having a Monday meet and eat and a Thursday brunch bunch. It's no school talk. It's just coming in if you want to hang out and talk about whatever's going on. It's an opportunity for you to see other kids as well as just an opportunity to kind of have some social time. The rest of my office hours, the times are pretty similar to Semester A, but the rest of the office hours will then be like they were before, where it's a Zoom open, it's a Zoom time where I individually meet with students who have questions about assignments or grades or whatever. So office hours will be a little bit different, so just make sure you're kind of careful to look at those. So as I said, one of the big changes we'll have in semester B is Google Classroom. And I know you know your way around Google Classroom. It's not new to you. You've used it in school before, and many of you have used it for other classes. I just want to point out a few things on here. Now, this is my screen, so it might look a little different from yours. And obviously, you've found your way there, because otherwise you wouldn't be watching my video. So here we've got the pacing guide. Just like in semester A, this pacing guide is actually the entire semester. So if you're the kind of kid who likes to cross things off, like I did it, it's finished, you're welcome to print the pacing guide and you can cross things off as you complete them. Or you could just download it to your computer and cross it off virtually if you want to do it that way. But here's the pacing guide for the entire semester. We may have to make a few alterations here and there, but hopefully it's going to stay pretty much the same. Here is all the information for office hours, including the Zoom link. So anytime you need to meet with me during office hours or anytime, this is the Zoom link that you'll use, and that's all found on the stream. So when OdysseyWare sends you to Google Classroom for a project, you should click up here on classwork, and you will find that it's divided by our units. So there's some resources here at the top, which are the same ones that are in the stream. And then you'll see we have 4 units. So we have 4 units in the second semester. We had 5 in the first. So it's a little bit shorter, which I think everyone's okay with. So our first unit is on the Renaissance and the Reformation. And then the second unit is the Age of Exploration. Unit 3 is the colonization of America. And then the 4th unit is about the American Revolution. So those are our 4 units. Now on your screen, you're not going to see these ones that are gray. And that's because I have not assigned them. They're not created yet. But you will see some of them, like this one, which is the one you're doing right now. So you're going to go to the classwork tab, and that's where you will find anytime it tells you to go complete a project on Google Classroom, this is where you're going to go. And then you'll click on it. And then obviously, because you've done this before, there's instructions. You can also click on view assignment. If you view the assignment, it'll make it bigger, basically. And it is going to tell you what you need to complete or what you need to turn in. And you'll do that for each of them. So you'll see later this week, you have this project here. And it tells you exactly what to do. You need to use the instructions to do the research. That's here on this Google Doc. Then you're going to use that research to complete this Google form, which you'll also submit. All right. And then when you're finished with that, you will click here and you will do the Nearpod. You'll do all 3 of these. And when you're finished, you'll then turn in what you need to turn in on Google Classroom, which is just the Google form and the Google Doc. And then you will go to OdysseyWare and you'll hit submit. So even though you're not turning anything in on OdysseyWare for the project, you still need to hit the turn it in button so that I know that you've completed it on Google Classroom. I'll come to Google Classroom, grade your work, and then put your grade into OdysseyWare. So please just make sure for each project you read the instructions. It tells you right here what to do, and it tells you what you need to turn in and what you don't need to turn in. All right, so that's where you will find everything on here. The other thing I wanted you to see on Google Classroom is that there is now a study guide already posted for every single unit test. Some of you in the first semester asked me if it would be possible for me to try to get study guides to you at the beginning of the unit so that as you're going through your OdysseyWare readings, you could be working on the study guide. And that was one of the things that I got finished for you for semester B. So there is a study guide here for every single test. So you can either print them or download them, and you can work on them as you're going through the lessons so that at the end of the unit, when you're ready to take the unit test, you'll already have the study guide ready. Remember, you can use your study guide when you take the test. So those are available for you on Google Classroom. So just wanted to make sure you could find your way around, and I'm looking forward to our semester B. I'm looking forward to seeing all kinds of great work from you guys, and hopefully get a chance to see some of you in our kind of more social time. So take care. Thank you very much. Happy February and happy semester B.